Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you all will be doing at your respective places and enjoying your online classes in the second phase on MS Team. Due to what? I I know all of you understand due to COVID-19. So take all safety measures for yourself and especially your elders, your parents, your uncles, your grand parents. Is they are very much prone to a lethal damage due to COVID infection, and it is very contagious, so you should be very careful and be in your homes. Take all the measures regarding hand washing, using your masks, and keeping reasonable social distance. Okay, coming to our topic, we discussed this chapter in the last two lectures, and now we will discuss in this last lecture the final part of how a company is managed and how it is given direction, or who are responsible to give the company a direction, to give the company vision, to give the company mission, to to mold the policies, to influence the policies. As I have told you already, that modern corporations and public limited companies are the most scientific business organization evolve in the evolution of different business organization. For example, from sole proprietorship to partnership to private limited companies, and then to public limited company. And it is the public limited company which really influenced the human civilization. In the last 100 years, we see so many new things, so many breakthrough innovations. For example, penicillin, jets, the right bearers make the plan, the computers and the windows and the social media and the modern railway tracks, not the old one, the modern weapons, the modern communication and transportation machines which make the whole world a global village. This is how the modern organization has really changed all aspects of the human life, from the dress, from the way we live, from the way we eat. McDonald's, the hybrid food, the new hybrid chickens, meat, milk, vegetables, fruits, education, the communication, the different channels, the way we think, the way information is gathered and analyzed and then made in a new form and given to us, and we read and we listen and we make our opinions. It changed our way of thinking. All this is due to the modern company form of organizations. All things in this world have positive and negative aspects. So the modern corporation has the positive aspects, that the increasing population needs are really fulfilled by the modern corporations. We see that almost 80 to 85% business around the globe is done by the modern corporations, like the Unilever, like the Total, like the Citibank, like the HSBC, the financial institutions, like the what we call the other shell and PIA and British Airways and so many other names. So coming to the topics, guys, the managing agent, according to Company Ordinance 1984, the Company Ordinance places a ban. It's ban. Going back, it's ban. A ban on what? Appointment of managing agents. They banned it. That there will be no managing agents. The company will select its board of directors through the process of scientific process of recruitment, and then the final names come to the board will be endorsed by the shareholders in their annual general meetings. So the place of selection has been stopped by the company ordinance, either if the company is in Pakistan or outside Pakistan. No company in Pakistan outside Pakistan shall appoint any managing agents, i.e. public limited companies, when it comes to the government controlled companies where they have more shares, then they are at liberty to appoint these agents. For example, Pakistan Ordnance Factory is run by a Lieutenant General, while PIA is again run by a CEO and chairman appointed by the government. Same is about OGTCL and what we call the steel mills. So again, there are some gray areas in Pakistan, but around the globe, the concept of appointment by the government, it has been a story of the past. In the new world, all is done by the shareholders with consultation with the board of directors, and the governments can give their inputs in what form? In the form of making laws, in what SOPs are made by the laws. The companies are under compulsion of any landlord, if they are from Pakistan, from Afghanistan, India, Russia, China. They have to follow those rules of the games while doing business in any foreign land. So this is how things go. Hope you guys are understanding. Boys, it's very interesting, and you can see that people like Jack Ma and Bill Gates, why they are on the top of the world financially and charisma and influence and whatever you want, recognition. It is the company, it is their talent, which has been given a very good outlet by the company form of organization. So the company form of organization has a very important position within its hierarchy, that is secretary of the company or secretary of the board of directors. His position has been defined by the Company Ordinance 1984. That ordinance is now part of the Constitution of Pakistan, so it's a constitutional position. The Constitution safeguard this position, secretary as well as board of directors, non-executive directors, and the chairman and shareholders. Now, company secretary is a salaried officer, but a very high grade top level officer of the company. Office of the secretary is mandatory position. As I have told you, the position has been defined by company ordinance, and the company ordinance is a part of now the Constitution of Pakistan. Any country which is free market economy, all companies have this position. Secretary has in possession of the most confidential and important information of the company, boys. So every gentleman cannot become a secretary of a company. He should have a very high level of ethical and moral character. He should be a very sound professional knowledge, like barrister or highly qualified in law, and especially company law, or CA, a person from CA or MBA from a very reputed business school, and have a vast experience of being secretary, or being in top positions, in board positions, and he should know how this knowledge he has that should be applied. This is how knowledge is important around the globe. The knowledge in books has no value unless and until you boys have the ability to know how that knowledge can be applied to actual real life problems. And you can see that how Bill Gates, how Jack Ma applied the knowledge they have gained from their formal and informal education, and now they are very high flyers in the free market economy. Or in free market economy, sky is the limit. Duties of company secretary before incorporation: when the company is in the process of making, but it has not yet a legal entity, as the government has not given it certificate of incorporation or certificate of commencement of business. So what the secretary do at before incorporation? He keeps records of preliminary meetings of the promoters. Who are promoters? Promoters we have studied while in previous lectures. Promoters are the professional people who make the company from conceiving the idea to the actual running of the business. Helps in the preparation of prospectus. Prospectus is the invitation to the public to purchase shares of the company. It has all the information regarding the company, its board of directors, its operations, and other important business information. Memorandum of association, article of association, all these are made under the help of company secretary. Assist in the selection of the officers of the company as the board of directors, and then appointing the different committees, the marketing committee, the audit committees, the research and development committee, things like files, the documents, i.e. the prospectus in the memorandum of association, article of association. Okay, the first directors, the official chartered accountants, the official banks, all this information with the company registrar as required by them. And when the company secretary given information has satisfied the company registrar, then the registrar give a incorporation certificate to the company, or commencement of business certificate. After that, the company can start actual business in any country legally. Now, after incorporation, what are the duties of the company secretary? As we all know that it's very important position and very charming position, very challenging position. The position gives you a lot of insight to the actual working of the public limited companies, how the government behave towards the companies, and how the company in an extremely dynamic environment, internal as well external, move forward towards achieving the goals. The secretary prepares a schedule of statutory meetings. Statutory meeting, boys, is the first meeting. Every company in Pakistan, after getting the incorporation certificate and commencement certificate within 1 month, to 6 months must conduct the statutory meeting. In the statutory meeting, the board of directors, shareholders, and other people come. In the meeting, all the schedules of the meeting, it's starting in making the minutes of the meetings and then preparing the report and submitting that report to the company registrar. As without conducting the statutory meeting, you cannot start business, or your commencement certificate can be cancelled by the government. He takes the meeting of shareholders, i.e. AGM. The annual general meeting is called by the board of directors to whom? To company secretary. Company secretary before holding of the annual general meeting, 30 days before the AGM, give invitation to all the shareholders, and the shareholders give their consent of coming themselves or sending someone as proxy on behalf of them. He keeps records of the board meeting, all the board meetings, as we know that at least 2 board meetings are mandatory on our public limited companies in Pakistan in a year, because it's the board of directors is the highest policy making, vision making, mission making institution or body within the company. They give direction to the company, they give vision to the company, they shape the mission, and then they motivate all the middle and lower level managers and the supervisors and workers to achieve the overall objectives of the company for a specific year and coming years. Even boys, you are all are hopefully moving along with me. It's very interesting. Do study it. Will give you a lot of insight on the company firm of. He do all the corresponding on behalf of the company with external stakeholders, that is government, shareholders, if let's say a multinational, to the parent company that may be in USA or the holding company that may be in USA or UK, as in Pakistan, the Pakistan Tobacco Company, which is a part of the British American Tobacco Corporation. They have business around the globe in almost 180 countries. So company secretary is the link, the official link, the correspondent link. Okay, he has to examine the company documents properly stamped and filed according to the company ordinance 1984 SOPs or not. So these are very important jobs on the part of company secretary. We see that he has to do it very vigilantly, very professionally, very meticulously, and that give him a very pivotal position in the board, and he can, due to his position, give good advice to the board and its members for the betterment of the business and other good things. To the next slide, boys. Sorry, the 5th one. So as we see that with it, the chapter on the management and direction of the company comes to an end. Hope you guys have really enjoyed the topic, and give you a good overview of the way companies are operate theoretically. And I would like that you people should go to some company and meet the board members, the directors, company secretaries around you, take prior appointment from them, and go there and ask some questions from them regarding their job, and they will give you very good insight, and you will see how the company secretary, board of directors, and how the shareholders and their interplay, the government, their interplay uh, has made possible the modern form of business organization, that is public limited company in UK terminology and corporation in US terminology, and how these corporations have impacted the human life. In if we are belonging to some continent, i.e. Hindustan or India, so we see that how the East India Company came here, that was a public limited company, and how they within short span of time become rulers in an external land where they are different, living different people of different races, colors, religions, very diverse people, but they managed to rule them. And then their rule was extended after 1857 to the British rule. And these companies, they are still influencing governments around the globe in one way or the other way. And the new era, the post-COVID era, I don't know how it will evolve, but we can see and guess that the coming years will be what we call restructuring and opening of the markets in a way that benefit a lot of people. Okay, see you in the live session tomorrow. Hope you will go through the lectures. I will upload it to the MS Teams and YouTube also. You all have the YouTube address, link with you. You can go through it while the slides will be available to you on the MS Teams. And again, in the lecture on the YouTube, you are requested to thoroughly listen to the lecture and also take some help from your books and come up with challenging questions, inputs to the discussion, so that all participants can be educated and enlightened on the company management and direction topics. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Khuda Hafiz.